safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yes, of course.
Well met, friend. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and, in one case, 3 heads.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're going to make my purse jingle. Fair travels, friend.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Wars are brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often. Special prices for you, my friend. Gotta stick with your own in times of trouble, right? War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Divine order to march.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We'll take what we can get.
Keep talking,
Keeping it
Wolf, and
together,
you'll end
Bree.
up eating sawdust from a
I'm
cell
all
floor.
right, as long as
My word, but you do look exhausted. I bet you could use a touch of magic. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Your fish stinks of the void.
Keeping it
What
together,
kind of
Bree?
rat would sell such filth?
I'm all right,
Kind that
as
don't
long as I
fancy
don't think about it
starving
too much.
along with the rest of this town.
You're safe
It's all
among
well and good for
friends.
you with
Never
your
forget
rations.
it.
We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it. Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you
Keeping
with
it
your
together,
rations.
Bree.
We've got to take what we can get.
I'm all right.
Keep
as
talking,
long as it
Wolf,
don't
and you'll end up
too
eating
much.
sawdust from a cell floor.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Oh, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
Yep.
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends.
Yes.
Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations.
Keeping it together,
We've
Bree?
got to take what we can get.
I'm all right as
Keep
long as I
talking,
don't
Wolf,
think
and
about
you'll
it
end
too
up
much.
eating sawdust from a cell floor.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Have you anything that will protect against void waking?
I can turn aside fire,
you holding
cold,
up?
and poison.
Not in any mood to
Void
talk about
welcome.
it.
God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
Buying or selling?
Back for a return visit, are you? Yep.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
You needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Anything more?
I don't come visit your ton. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Until later then.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this ramshackle village. Your touch creates a ripple across the mosaic as if it were water and not stone. A comforting warmth spreads through you, starting at your fingertips.
Smells more humans. Just what we needed.
Penny for a sick dog.
Keeping it together, Bree?
A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
You're safe among friends.
What am I, dog's doctor? Dog's sick. Go on, kiss a penny for a sick dog. Putty for a penny, you can sing him a love song and call him Mummy. Thank ye kindly. Any chance of another one? Penny for a sick dog and all that? Much obliged. Could I push you for one more? Penny for a sick dog, etc. Cheers. Can I trouble you for just one more? Penny for a sick dog and so on. You're very kind. How about another one? Penny for a sick dog?
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yes, of course.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar. I don't come visit your ton. Who will? Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as
Then get out of the way, cheapskate. Penny for a sick dog, people.
Never forget it.
You needing supplies? It's anything more?
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Until later then.
The carved figure, your touch,
Penny for a sick dog.
a glance at the dog's
What am I, dog's doctor? Tell Paddy for a penny you can sing him a love song and call him Mummy. Thank ye kindly. Then get out of the way, cheapskate. Penny for a sick dog, people. Go on there, penny for a sick dog.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain. It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls. The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet. The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone. He licks your hand and grins. Then he turns to his master, gives him one loud bark of protest, and leaves.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. No. No. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents.
That's your lot. Go on then. Get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
The whole world is going to hell in a handbasket, and I can't get no tatters for supper.
I think that lunatic Siva is loose again. We won't be so gentle when we catch her this time.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Damn it. Magister Raymond wanted word in the caravan, but I had hoped the news would not be so grim. Report this to the Magister at the docks at once.
Smells worse over here.
Good
than a
day
dozen
to you.
rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Come over. Not like you're buying anything.
The Silent Watcher's jaws clench and slacken again and again, for no visible reason. Two empty eyes stare straight ahead, like the black button eyes of a child's stuffed doll.
Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire! Latest news! Fresh from the War Owl! Hear all about it! Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy? Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, Fog. Seven save us. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers. Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Siva. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone? Who'll save us now? Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real slow like. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen. Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by seekers. Culprit still at large.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among
Nothing good.
friends.
The void ones
Never
are
forget
everywhere.
it.
Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Yes.
Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine
Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. We were waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy. Fort Joy? That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so.
God knows what'll stop those beasts.
Joe's gone a bit long now. This fish is ugly.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Joe's gone a bit long now.
Don't let
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
That's it. Barrel. On the double. You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it. The barrels and the
Jump.
chests. On the double.
You'd swear
You
the
too,
shark
Julian. Show
was
'em how it's done,
smiling
man.
at you.
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. On the Lord Dread awaits. Its sails
billow with Dallas's breath. I'll...
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
You do not get to make that decision. That decision is mine. A good day? Let's talk about a good day. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? We do cruel things unto others and unto ourselves because we must.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
His sliver of a smile could rival a rattler's.
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth, that is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course, I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up? How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you. Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Left behind like a dog. Bah. 7 curses upon that sheep.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the so-called friend of Dallas. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it.
Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit the floor back there.
Now answer me. Did you meet with the Magister caravan on your way into town?
The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong.
By the Bishop's bones, you saw it? Now, out with it, man. What happened? Voidwoken. That means Source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And I've a fair idea who that might have been. Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their Queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working on behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence!
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building. It turns towards you, like it's trying to tell you something.
I'm going to send you to be cured, sorcerer!
dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
Take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get her.
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
Here, mister. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he?
See? Told ya. But don't worry, I'll revenge your death. Take that, sorcerer. You won't put a sauce collar on me, Dallas. I'm a big, bad, evil sorcerer, and I'll kill you dead.
I hate this game.
Useless. Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the jet full. What's
I'm
he?
Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
Startled, the guard leaps backwards and reaches for her weapon. She locks eyes with yours before releasing the grip on her blade's hilt.
You shouldn't surprise me like that. Oh, I could have sliced your neck clean open.
Rustling leaves no longer remind me of autumn. A songbird's call no longer makes me whistle. Now, they might signal a Voidwoken's attack. Have you ever faced a Voidwoken? Nonsense. You best abandon those fables of yours. The danger is real, and the first to fall will be the dreamers and the escapists.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination!
Magister's dropping left and right. Can't say I'm shedding any tears.
Driftwood, home of the Black Bull Tavern.
Where is it? Where is it? Sir, please, have you seen a small burlap pouch lying about?
She looks up at you in surprise. Her great greenish-gold eyes sparkle, and she rubs a palm over her smooth head, seemingly confused.
You'd help me?
Tears star her eyelashes, and she begins to weep. She takes your hand.
I know. What a crybaby I am. It's just, you're so kind. It's been a difficult day. The pouch. I really must find it back, or my master will flay me alive. It had quite a sum inside it. Magister Raymond, he bade me take the coins to purchase supplies for his journey, but I dropped it along the way. He's sure to think I stole it.
She tilts her head back and blinks back tears.
I'd never do such a thing. Never. Gods, you're so terribly kind, but I couldn't accept such lavish charity. It's so unbecoming. I don't know what to say. Your kindness is overwhelming.
She accepts the coins, letting her hand linger over yours for the briefest of moments.
You don't know what this means to me. I'll send word to Magister Raymond right away. He should send for me soon enough. Thank you. Thank you.
Greetings! May the Seven circle you and keep you safe. Ah, it's a wonderful day, wouldn't you agree? And with good reason, too. Oh, for isn't it wonderful to look upon so simple a meal, bread and cheese, and be positively overcome with appetite? Why, only a few days ago, I was writhing in pain, having eaten from that rotten fish they dare sell on the market. But then a fellow pilgrim passed by, laid his hands upon my feverish skin, and just like that, I was cured. Truly, it was a miracle. Alas, I cannot say who he was, but I can say what he was. A holy man. A stranger showing kindness to strangers, exemplifying the teachings of the divine. Fills my heart with gladness to know that there are still folks like him to be found, now that our Lord Alexander has fallen. May the Seven keep him. May they keep all of us.
I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake.
You're safe among friends.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
They were right about me. I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? Come on, lives are at stake.
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects, so many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What? Why do you sneak up on me? Don't you know how dangerous that is, the way things are? Haven't you heard? My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear anything, come to me. 3 Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higber is behind it all, but they're wrong. I'm certain of it. That's what I'm intent on finding out. This tavern is full of scum and degenerates. The true culprit could easily conceal themselves amongst them. I have to keep investigating, keep the pressure up. The culprit will make a mistake eventually. If you see anything suspicious, let me know. I served the Magisters for years with utter loyalty, but they banished all but humans from their ranks. I won't abandon them, though. They still need me. You do that. Now away with you.
I smell cabbages. There's sauce around here.
Alexander, you've been fished. Lie down.
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
stranger. What are you doing here? I'm someone investigating the disappearance of 4 magisters. There's a sorcerer stalking these streets, an affront to our order. Several brothers have gone missing. Now tell me, have you seen a man in a grey cloak, grey beard, carrying a satchel perhaps?
The Magister's eyes narrow and her lip curls as she assesses you.
It's vital that you report anything unusual. We must know. Is that clear? He arrived in Driftwood some days ago, dressed as a tinkerer. He bought and sold a few knickknacks. But we thought nothing of it until our brothers started vanishing. As soon as he knew we were onto him, he ran. We think he's hiding in here, but he's a canny one.
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
I'm always the sorcerer.
Now, be on your way. Who knows where he could strike next?
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
What? You been needing something from me, lad? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with humans, if you catch my drift. Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge. Glad to hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. I had friends. Good friends. Not even dwarves, some of them. Reds put him on a ship, sailed him to Fort Joy. Ever heard of that place? Fort Joy? They send you there means you ain't never coming back. Pish posh. And who'll bail them out? Seekers? Them's even worse news, I reckon. Witches and warlocks, they say. No. Them friends of mine are dead or silenced. All on account of the Reds. All on account of Dallas, damn her heart. Fugitive? I don't think that's something I should be discussing with strangers. Because I don't intend to end up with me lips stitched together, that's why. No, I shan't be baited. I ain't saying nothing on the topic no more. Godspeed, buggered fine. I'll tell. I'll tell you all I know.
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along, right, sweating, panicking. Red's racing after him like hunting hounds. Hide in a barrel, you fool, I yelled. And what do you know? He did. Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around. Hope that fella makes it out of Driftwood. The Reds will kill him if they find him. Like I said, they're either dead or silenced. Gods know I couldn't tell which fate is worse.
The cat emits a flimsy meow and begins to hack, but fails to spit up a hairball.
I've spotted something.
I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake. No rest. No rest.
As long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs.